Earlier today in our Torah study, we studied this and got some ideas as to what people thought it meant, and it was quite wonderful, actually. Um, there we are. It was really a fantastic discussion about what this last one meant for Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasam lecha shalom is the last one. Yisa Adonai panav elecha. May God's face be lifted upon you. Or is it, may God lift up your face? Um, Maybe there'd be a little bit of support for that, but it's really more like God's face being lifted upon you. Good evening, sis. And may you have peace, shalom, wholeness, completeness. May it all come around. So for this last blessing, if the first one is asking for blessings and for safety, the second one is asking for illumination, for light, and for love and grace. This last one, what does it mean for God to have God's face lifted upon you and for you to have wholeness? We've been thinking of that as joy, where God's face is lifted and you feel the presence of the divine in your life. Hello, Kathleen. And so perhaps it's something about feeling uplift. May you be lifted up. May God's face, as it is placed upon you, is this idea that there's a calm, there's a peace, but there's also a joy and an excitement that comes with that. But that joy and excitement leads to a sense of wholeness. So, if the first blessing of blessing and safety is, as the rabbis say, for monetary blessings or physical blessings and safety, the next one seems like it is emotional, right? And love and grace and being shining with knowledge, or with just kind of a bright, shining presence. It seems like it's really from our emotions. This last one is the idea that we're lifted up and feel like a complete and whole person. So it's like, may the physical and the emotional come together to lead you to a spiritual place. Perhaps that is the journey of the priestly benediction. That yes, we need physical blessings. We need to feel physically safe. We also need to feel emotionally safe. We need to feel that light shining upon us, and goodness and grace inside. And if our outsides and our insides have this, then God's presence will be with us, and which gives us this spiritual uplift and a feeling of wholeness and completeness. It really is a beautiful journey. And so when we think about what it means to feel whole, that is a really elusive concept. The idea that one can, hello Yochanan, one can feel a sense of wholeness, that you are, or I am who I'm meant to be. Maybe it's a little bit of that. Maybe it's the idea that our physical and our emotional and our intellectual and our social beings, every aspect of us, that these blessings are asking all of these things to become aligned in our lives, so that we can live with this kind of sense of safety and this sense of blessing and this sense of illumination and luminosity or luminescence and this sense of joy and love. And that all leads to a wholeness, a completeness, and a peace inside of us. And if there's anything that we've been trying to do over the last really 2.5 years that we've been doing these meditations, it is leading us to a place of wholeness and peace. That's our goal, really. So it's been amazing to go through this journey, and I'm saying it this way, and it is fascinating that this is our last one of the year, of the fiscal year. I'm going to be heading to Israel next week, be away for a couple of weeks, then I go on vacation and everything. So we're going to take a break from our meditations for a little while. That doesn't mean that if you want to, you can go and you can you can go into YouTube and even on Facebook. But YouTube has all of the meditations that we've done really in the last 2 years. All of them are up there. And if you wanted to search and find, you could look and see when Ba'alotcha, which is next week's Torah portion, when that occurred last year or the year before, and you can see the meditations from those weeks. Or you can go back and you can look at any of the ones from this year, or you could just from 5:30 to 6 sit quietly and sit in stillness and try to build a practice without us being together, which I'm sure will be difficult, but we'll be able to do it. And then we'll come back probably at the beginning of August. And then the other thing I would like to mention is that although I will record these each day, I may try on Wednesdays to actually be in the sanctuary, to be in the space in the synagogue, and that we could come and we could do this live on Wednesdays. And Tuesdays and Thursdays we'd keep it online. They'd all be online, but to have us there together, I thought would be really wonderful. So we get to look forward to that when we get towards September. But before then, we're going to take a little break for about 6 weeks. And we'll come back in August, and we'll all be refreshed from our summer vacations and the time that we have away. I think part of reaching these, aspirations that the priestly benediction puts out there for us is to experience these things in a way that personally gives you uplift. And there are some times where that includes kind of getting away from everything and not doing things the way you'd been doing them. And one of the things I truly feel based on what's been happening with the pandemic is these past 2.5 years, I've just been, one day after another, plowing through every single day. And I know personally I'm in need of a little bit of rejuvenation. And I'm hoping that taking this incredible trip to Israel with our congregation and then having a little bit of a break and vacation where I can kind of recharge my batteries can bring us into August towards the High Holy Days in the most receptive way. So I encourage, as we're not together over the next several weeks, to try to continue all of our practices. I will be sending some videos from Israel, but I won't be doing full meditations. But I encourage all of us to continue to sit, continue to concentrate on our breathing, and to find that stillness and peace on our own for these next couple of weeks. And then you can come get back to me and report how things have been going. Love to know if you were able to kind of keep it going without the knowledge that someone's going to be here at from 5:30 to 6 each day, or 3 days a week. Okay, so I think we're ready to bring ourselves to our breathing. If you need to take a big breath to get yourself ready, please do so. Here comes my yawn. My daily yawn before I begin my meditation. We're just concentrating on our breath. We're not trying to fix our breath. We're just concentrating. So we're just being now. We're not doing. We're allowing everything to be just as it is for now. This is what we're doing for the next 20 minutes. So don't worry about any of your worldly problems. We can get to them afterward. whatever it is that keeps sneaking into your head. descent back into this world. We ask for the things that are asked for in the third of the priestly benedictions. May I feel joy, and may I feel whole. May I feel joy, and may I feel whole. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. May I feel whole. May I feel joy. If you'd like to offer this to someone you know and love and care about, or someone you barely know, just picture this person in front of you in your mind's eye, and offer these two blessings, these two feelings to this person. May you feel joy. May you feel whole. May you feel joy, and may you feel whole. And just bring it back to yourself. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. May I feel joy. And may I feel whole. May I feel joy. May I feel whole. Just a couple more breaths there. Finally, we bring ourselves back to where we began, in just our breath for a moment. Clear our minds. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you were able to find peace and stillness. Remember, we won't be around next week. We'll be back in about 6 weeks or so. I'll send out an announcement about it. But I pray that you feel joy, and that you feel whole, and that you have a wonderful day, fantastic Shabbat, great weekend, and a lovely little break. We'll see you come August. Take care.